Welcome to my presentation regarding the facilities design of a new hospitality space. Before we can begin to develop a design, we must understand the challenges and issues involved, as well as the principles that surround design in this industry. We will be exploring the issues the Angel Gym Bar and Bista holds and the considerations that need to be made. We begin with the fact the Angel is what is classed as a listed building. This means any renovation or extension done to the Angel must rescue the authenticity of the original building whilst trying to adapt its appearance to modern times. Sylvian. This is lawfully enforced under the Planning Local Listed Building Consent Orders Regulations Act of 2014, showing how new facilities must focus and abide by lawful legislations. Secondly, the Angel's building has very low ceilings. Positively, this can create homely and warm environments, however it also can feel tight and claustrophobic. Maslow's hierarchy of needs shows us that physical needs must be considered when exploring customer satisfaction. This is an issue for the Angel's customers' satisfaction and shows how the physical needs of customers must be considered by new facilities. A third issue, the Angel faces is the facility's ability to cater to any and all potential customers or lack thereof. For example, there is no disabled access into this establishment. With Scope reporting 92% of the UK's 13.9 million disabled population being legally allowed to drink, it shows how many potential customers are lost due to this design issue. Therefore, new businesses must consider how the design affects various possible customer channels. The final main issue is that the Angel faces how the design affects the productivity of its staff and service. This is mainly due to the product storage and cellar being in an external building. With Vergrade and Naresh documenting direct links between convenient facility design and enhanced business productivity, it is clear that there is a major factor when designing a new facility. After dissecting these key obstacles, it is also important to consider how the design complements the principles of hospitality management. Muller highlights that there are 9 key principles that require the highest consideration. These 9 principles are as shown on screen. We will explore each of these principles and ensure they are considered in the design facilities. So what facility are we designing? The facility we are designing is called the Professional Blend. It is a coffee shop located inside a converted Citroen HY van, operating a small coffee business within office car parks aimed at creating a warm and welcoming high-quality beverage for business professionals from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now we understand the business we are designing, we can separate our design principles into tangible and intangible design. As you can see, each principle has been allocated into the classification and relevance of tangibles being physical examples directly influencing customers' physical satisfaction, and intangibles, non-physical examples directly influencing customers' emotional satisfactions. This is stated by Lee and Kim. Let's begin with how the professional blend adapts to the tangible principles. The initial principles met by the tangible design of elements is the proof of enhanced knowledge. As Dodd, Lavery, Wilcox and Doohan state, showing product knowledge is a key aspect in customer evaluation. Therefore, to gain positive customer evaluation, the professional blend will utilise the use of detailed menu descriptions, signs, and chalkboard showcasing specific product details and fully accessible allergens books. On display at all times, all of these implement and showcase enhanced knowledge alongside effective communication to the customer. The following tangibles principles controlled is organisation and efficiency. As Cohen's et al. Highlight, organisation and efficiency of stock, fully relates back to the productivity and speed of service. This in turn leads to customer satisfaction. To utilise space in the portable coffee shop, the entire rear wall will be sectioned off to create a pigeonhole system for stock and equipment. This leaving space for 2 refrigerators at the lower section of this wall. This design allows for an organised workstation and in turn a productive workflow. The final tangible principle to be met is flexibility. Anning, Dawson and Nayamaki shows us that having an adaptable facility shows links to larger customer channels being reached. To allow for a flexible facility, there will be an external trailer holding furniture for days with good weather. This gives the coffee shop not only the choice of space used, but the ability to cater to more guests with this simple extension. After the analysis of the tangibles, we will now explore the intangible principles. To allow for practical example of the intangible effects being utilised by the professional blend, I have created this mood board. To create the welcoming and friendly impression, the business will use a consistent theme of the colour light brown. This is because, as Chapman stated, light brown is classified as a warm colour which subconsciously leads to feelings of welcoming and positive energy. The utilisation of this colour is also a sign of consistency. Due to this colour being extremely close to the product, coffee, it shows a consistent tone and leads to the idea of consistency in the eyes of the consumer. As Aref et al. Shows us, high quality products and equipment leads to a message of trust with such things as hygiene and product quality. This in turn leads to a better reputation and higher chances of positive reviewing from customers. Following the in-depth analysis given surrounding the principles of management and mistakes made in an existing establishment, we will now look into the planning for the specific Citroen HY van used. We begin with exploring the exterior of the space. This is one of the most important as this is the main perspective of the customer. The exterior is based around creating a visually pleasing experience. This is because Chowdhury and Gulati explain that if a product or service is aesthetically pleasing and modernised, there is a positive effect on sales and satisfaction. It is because of this reasoning the professional blend has implemented the presentation light, large logo and speaker to create an aesthetic as well as contactless payment and touchscreen tills to show a modernised company outlook. We then move into the interior. As explained when looking into the issues with the Angel, productivity and workflow should be heavily considered when designing a public area. Chen shows us that productivity and workflow show vast improvement when the necessary elements are subjected to one space. This was taken on board by the professional blend by situating all ingredients in the same pigeonhole system, whilst all equipment is kept with the coffee machine. Finally, to consider the lawful side, we have kept allergens separated to avoid all risk of contamination and in turn customer dissatisfaction. We included this bird's eye view to show how the essential generator and water cooler are kept, as well as the adaptation of the fold down surface, all of which are essential for the business to function to its full potential. To finish this exploration, we will now look into the main startup costs. The 4 major costs include the cost of van at $25,000, coffee machine at $2,100, coffee grinder and press at £393, and 2 fridges at £1,778, with the generator and water system included in the £25,000 van cost. It is looking like a basic materials cost of £29,271, meaning on average this business startup is much smaller than many others in the industry. Thank you for listening to this presentation on the facility design of the professional blend, and enjoy your coffee experience.